Okay, picture this. It's the middle of a war. An enemy soldier, bleeding and half dead, washes up right on your beach. Now you're a doctor, sworn to save lives, but you're also a patriot, loyal to your country. What do? That is the absolutely impossible choice at the heart of Pearl S. Buck's incredible short story, The Enemy. And we're going to break it all down.
So let's just dive right into the core of it. This question, it isn't just some abstract moral puzzle, right? For one Japanese doctor, Dr. Sadao Honki, this becomes a choice that's going to pit his family, his servants, and his own conscience against him.
To really feel the weight of this decision, first, we've got to understand the man who has to make it. See, his entire life has been this delicate balancing act between two completely different worlds.
Dr. Sadao is a man who is literally divided. On one hand, his father raised him to be a fierce Japanese patriot. I mean, he was so dedicated that he wouldn't even let himself fall in love with his wife Hana until he was positive she was pure Japanese. But on the other hand, all the skills that make him this brilliant surgeon, he learned them in America. He was taught there that a doctor's duty is to save a life, any life. So he's been taught to see Americans as the enemy, but he was also trained by them to heal. These two halves of his identity are on a collision course, and they're about to crash.
So let's get to the exact moment this internal conflict becomes terrifyingly real. It happens when something unexpected emerges from the fog on the coast, right outside Sadao's house.
It all starts as this dark shape, something just kind of thrown out of the ocean by the waves, staggering out of the mist.
As Sadao and Hana are watching from their porch, this figure stumbles, crawls a few feet, and then just collapses onto the sand. They rush down, thinking maybe he's a fisherman.
But when they turn him over, the truth just hits them like a punch. Wet, yellow hair, a rough beard, and then a shocked whisper from Hana, a white man. The enemy isn't just an idea anymore. He's a real person, and he's dying right at their feet.
And it gets worse. This isn't just some wounded foreigner. The faint letters on his tattered cap say it all. U.S. Navy. He's an escaped American prisoner of war. To help him is treason, but to turn him in, well, that's a death sentence. The abstract conflict has just washed ashore, bleeding on their doorstep.
You can just feel Sadao's mind tearing in two. As a patriot, he knows this man is the enemy. But his hands, a surgeon's hands, are already instinctively working, trying to pack the wound with sea moss. His training, his entire identity as a doctor is just taking over. He simply can't let a man die in front of him, enemy or not.
So he makes the call. He brings the man inside. And that's when a whole new crisis erupts, turning their home into a battleground of loyalty and fear. Their single act of humanity is seen by everyone around them as an act of betrayal.
And the consequences are immediate. Their loyal servants who see the world in the simple black and white terms of war are just horrified. The old gardener warns that nature itself will take revenge for saving an enemy. Yumi, the governess, flat out refuses to even wash the prisoner. The defiance is so complete that on the seventh day, the entire staff just quits. They walk out. In trying to save one life, Sadao and Hana have made themselves totally isolated, traitors in their own home.
As Sadao is operating on the American, carefully probing for the bullet lodged near his kidney, he mutters these words, and it's really a confession. He's not doing this out of any affection or sympathy for his enemy. He's acting on an instinct that's deeper than reason, deeper than loyalty. It's the pure, unshakable duty of a healer to heal. So now he's trapped, feeling the pressure from all sides. Sadao decides to confess everything to one of his patients, a powerful, dangerous man, the old general. But instead of punishment, the general offers him a way out, a dark, simple, and frankly terrifying one.
The general's logic is just brutally simple, and it's completely selfish. See, he needs Dr. Sadao to stay healthy and out of trouble because who else is skilled enough to operate on him? So his solution is clean, hands-off. He'll just send his private assassins to kill the American quietly. No fuss, no treason charges. It's a truly chilling offer that shows you the huge moral gap between the two men. One is fighting to save a life, the other just offers to have it taken away. So for 3 agonizing nights, Sadao waits. He leaves the door to the garden unlocked, sort of an unspoken invitation. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig makes him jump. He's terrified they'll come, and maybe a part of him is terrified they won't. But each morning, he wakes up, and the American is still there, sleeping, slowly getting stronger. The assassins never arrive.
When the general's plan fails, or maybe never even started, Sado realizes he's completely on his own. He can't rely on anyone else to fix this for him. He has to come up with his own final solution.
So, abandoned by the general, Sadao has to find a third way. He can't turn the man in, but he can't keep him forever. So he creates this secret, meticulously planned escape. He gives him a boat, food, water, a safe place to go. By doing this, Sadao is moving beyond just saving a life. He is now actively engineering his enemy's freedom.
And then we get this moment of almost dark comedy. We find out why the assassins never showed up. It wasn't some change of heart or a complex plot twist. The general just forgot. He was so wrapped up in his own aches and pains that promising to commit a secret murder just completely slipped his mind. And just like that, Sadao realizes he's safe. The threat is gone.
That night, Sadao looks out towards the little island. There's no signal, no flash of light. His plan worked. The American is gone, hopefully picked up by a Korean fishing boat. The whole ordeal is finally over. But the story isn't quite done.
In the final moments of the story, as Sado stands on his porch, he thinks back on all the white faces he knew in America. The kind ones, sure, but also the prejudiced ones, the ignorant landlady. He remembers the sting of the racism he faced. And yet, looking out at the empty sea, he's left with this one haunting question. He had every reason, as a patriot, to let this man die, or to even help kill him. But he couldn't. And the story just leaves us there, to answer it for ourselves. Why, in the face of all that hatred and war, does our shared humanity sometimes win?